Yo, what's up, man?
How you doing?
How's it going? How's it going? We're back.
Good to be back.
We are back. Another pimp the base. Pimp the base. Let's pimp it out. Where are we going today?
We are going over to Misa Carryall, requested by a guildmate because I didn't know what my next build was going to be. I was requested to attempt a spice harvester from the Dune film. Added the Carryall, which is the flying vehicle that lifts it up off the ground.
Oh, yeah!
So scale harvester Carryall that could fit in a 2x3. I tried to find the biggest patch of sand I could to build the full-scale spice harvester. A lot of research, watching videos from the original designers in the film to figure out scale and scope and how big the treads were, which are about 3 people tall and things like that. The back is where, you know, the spice gets harvested and dumped out the back with the smoke coming out of the vents in the rear, using large pieces like Harkonnen doors to replicate sort of the circular exhausts and just trying to give it the right shape and feel. I didn't realize how big this thing was until actually I started building it, to be honest. These are the spice collecting like teeth. They are the vacuums basically. This ship on top is supposed to deploy balloons and sails to carry it. It's called the Carryall, which is sort of a rounded disc ship.
Well, the sentinel pieces with the lights here at the end, you could see to the left of my thopter.
Yeah, the goal is to make them look functional here, so it shoots hooks out to lift on the four sides.
The Dune set is being used here, but you don't have much pieces in the Dune set, and you do have triangles right here.
Those would be the observer floors, because I wanted this thing to have lights like crazy. The observer windows that are the rounded windows, because the Dune Man set, as you saw from the last build, which I've done so much Dune Man now, I'm tired of it, but it feels very mechanical. So the Carryall had engines on the sides, which I use the chandelier lights as engines, which that's kind of why they're there. And then I did the open lights kind of in the middle as well.
Yeah, dude, when I stand right
more
here,
depth. It's really, yeah, I'm very happy with what that looks like.
It's amazing, dude. I think you did a really good job with the Carryall. How many pieces have you used here, by the way? Because every time I see a build from you, it's so detailed.
It's a little over 4,500, so it gives whoever buys it about 500 pieces to customize with.
I'm gonna take just a look around without the thopter.
Yep, we can talk about the roof. It's got a lot of vents and other sort of exhaust ports and things like that, so that's where the Dune Man came in, and the Chome sort of circular roof. It had to look mechanical. It's got a lot of exhaust.
What is this supposed to be?
Basically. So that's the hook point. So where the Carryall fires its hooks, it connects on the corners. This is officially the front. Front has a center section that kind of protrudes forward and like a pilot section off to the left up here.
You almost want this thing to just drive around Haga Base and just play loud music.
Yes, large piece of farm machinery, basically is what it is. I was like, okay, what do I want this thing to look like at night?
I'm gonna make my way underneath the vehicle. So we're heading towards the back right now.
Biggest challenge was stability. If you look at the original Harvester, it's meant to be one giant opening underneath. So all the stability is hidden in the treads and the vacuums. That's why you don't see any posts in the middle. To walk from end to end without any supports, any pieces, and that was a big challenge. All the treads are open and pass through, so they're meant to hide extra storage and be functional.
So this is the back of the...
These are the exhaust vents, which are the Harkonnen doors, so they could be open or closed. Dune Man pieces, I designed these sort of suspension-like systems for the treads, so they look mechanical and functional.
Yeah. So turn on my light. This in front of me, right?
Yes, the spice vacuums. I wanted to make them look mechanical, as if they could tuck in and pop out. So there's openings above them, and then again, these Dune Man mechanicals look like they could extend and retract.
One of those effects that I really like. The Dune Man roof piece, I believe. How much time do you take on the lighting?
A day.
Like, it feels like the lighting...
It took 3 days to build this thing, and it took a whole day to light it.
You haven't missed a spot, and everything's so aligned as well. It's...
So, how do you get in? Well, in the film, there are ladders on each side of the treads that they use as escape hatches. So that's my port of entry.
Go into the emergency hatches right now.
Yep. It's a pretty open space, but yeah, so there's not much in here. I'm selling it as a base. Obviously, anybody who buys it can do whatever they want on the inside.
Nice.
So I've left it pretty much a giant open shell. The garage doors on the side can be functional as fly-in doors. They could probably be replaced with pentashields. There's lots of things you could do to make it a different functioning base. You can change, obviously, the settings on a door, and you can then, make it whatever you wish.
Fly on in. Nice.
Without the carryall, you could turn the roof into a penta and fly in a carrier. Put a ramp underneath for a buggy entrance that could come up inside. There's lots of things you can do. My goal was to sort of create the machine, and then I would let whoever bought it decide how they want to use it. You could use this as fabrication, refining, your spice, all that sort of stuff. But the inside has a similar theme to the carryall. It's got a lot of ceilings and chandeliers, some windows you can see outside from certain spots, but not a ton. It's a giant sand tank, basically.
What's going on here on the left and on the right hand side?
We'd incorporate probably storage into this. So if you wanted to start putting medium containers, and then you can start stacking storage in here, or creating different sort of storage spaces.
What's the cost? What are we looking at?
Right now, it's about 125 to 150, depending on the day. Based on the scale and scope and accuracy, I felt that's kind of the cost I'm looking at.
The server is just enough. We already see that on multiple sieges, like so many different types of unique builds. And it's just sort of becoming a trend. And that's just going to continue here on Cetus with events, also with builds, with base builds. And it's the reason why we're trying to showcase them on the stream and also kind of put out your YouTube. So there's more exposure to the server and more exposure to your Solitos. Dune set, where is this DLC? Is this chapter 2? Chapter 2, 100%. Yeah. Okay, let's head outside.
So this is the cockpit of the harvester where they would drive it. According to the renderings, there's a pilot and a couple other people who would drive this sucker.
Hello? Excuse me, is your captain speaking? Jimmy, can you keep your legs inside the vehicle at all times?
Carryall is open as well.
Oh, really?
It does.
It gets better.
Carryall is another place where you can store power, do other things.
Were you set on the Dune Man? This was your set you wanted? Were you thinking of any other sets to make this work?
When I was asked, could you build something like this, Dune Man was the first set that popped in my head. I don't think this could look the way it does if it was another set. Because it's supposed to be a universal device, not an Atreides thing or a Harkonnen thing, I really avoided incorporating those pieces as well. As soon as they said, could you do it? I said, yeah, with Dune Man, I could do it. I tried to stick to the film was my goal. Different films, obviously the original film versus the early 2000s versus the most recent film have different versions of this machine. So I went with the more recent version.
I'm loving the lights here, by the way. Look at this. I'm going to walk right through.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a lot of fun lighting this thing at night.
Going to the back of the spice harvester here are the engines. 4 points of entry, as Fado was pointing out, on the corners of this build. Also, the doors. You got an ornithopter. This door will get again open. Lots of doors, I think, will open.
4,490 pieces. It is at 302 lights. 52 of 70 doors.
Left and right-hand side is open for power and water.
Yep. All the treads are accessible for...
to put all your power and water. I love that, by the way. Yeah, when you create these things, you have to design it to scale. You have to think about where you're going to put things. Like if you're selling a Solito, you're selling it to a player that, they need to use it as a base. It needs to be functional in a sense. So where are they going to put their power? Where are they going to put their water? It's all something probably you have to think about when you build this.
All the rooftop venting systems could be easily replaced with like water catchers and still have a good look. There are 4x4 squares up there, so you could put the directional water catchers or directional power up there, and still it would look mechanical. Thank you as always for taking the time.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
This one was definitely different.
Yeah, it looks amazing, man. Did we answer Pocket Medic there? Whoever is using the Solito will need to know exactly how to place their fief to make it work in the air vertically and the level of space for the foundations.
Full 2x3 horizontal. Staking units.
Went into daytime. This is the beginning, essentially, what we looked at the start. Other than the inclines here, the special pieces for Harkonnen, the doors at the back, is there any other Harkonnen pieces that you've used here?
Just lights.
Just lights? Because I want to go over build pieces. So Dune Man, Observer, we see that here. we see anything else? Is it Dune Man, Observer, Harko, and Sentinel, and of course the Sentinel. It's on the
Sentinel
inside.
aliens. I would say 90%, 95% of this thing is mostly Dune, man.
Pistol Pete asks in chat, where could you buy this?
The Cetus market, the Slido is. There's only one right now.
He accepts spice. Hey,
I accept spice. I accept spice sand.
final
Original
questions
idea.
is what's going on with that Fade to Black? What's his plans? What's going on, man?
Current and next idea is to build the Bebop from Cowboy Bebop, which is I saw the original Cowboy Bebop anime. It is a space. It's a flying fortress, basically a flying ship. Probably my all-time favorite anime. Would love to coordinate something with the chat to maybe pull an idea from a hat or talk about, and then recreate something, and then give it away to the original suggestion.
All right. Well, I'm just going to take a last 360 view of it on the outer side. There, Fade. Again, thank you again, my man.
Of course.
A nation member himself. All right, Fade. Place to end it off, I guess.
Yes.
Make our
my
way
pleasure.
off.